Good evening. Welcome in. It's Sunday night. It's Creator Talk Live special time. So I'm hoping we get some of you guys live early. We'll see. I'll be watching that. I'm not going to lie. I think it's the third time I've had my buddy Dave on. Different show. Used to do a show called DizTube where I interviewed Disney creators. Actually, I was asked about a podcast recently. My first podcast I was ever on was yours. Dizinfluencers. I hope I said that right.
The Dizfluencers, yes.
Something like that. Yeah. So anyway, this is my buddy Dave of Brandy and Dave, of Diz and Nat, of the Dave Daily, of some town near Penn State. I don't know what I'm talking about. Where do you, when people say, where do you create? You answer with
Central PA.
No, I meant
where?
I meant where can they? I meant, are you a Twitch guy? Are you a YouTube guy? Are you a TikTok guy?
Disney stuff at heart. I mean, if you want to get right into it, it's the Brandy and Dave brand.
I love
right?
That.
At this point, it kind of is. And the whole thing started in this fun little community that we call the YouTube community, right? But since then, I mean, obviously videos, we do live streaming. This and that came about from the Disney community. So that's part of it as well. Brandy started her own boutique.
Yep.
Online boutique, which is, again, Brandy and Dave, right? What's up, Sanudo? I'm just reading comments.
I was gonna say tiny hands. I was gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
You were on a riff. I didn't want to dive in on, but
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at the thumbnail again. What did I do?
Thumbnail's great, dude.
It was fire, right? You like your fire, so I put fire.
Yeah,
that was. Pretty
I liked it. I liked it.
Then
what? So COVID hits. Start doing the Twitch thing. Thanks to Shep. Back on this, TikTok. I mean, Brandy and I have always kind of thought about it, and it's strategic why there's no Disney in our title, because you don't know what it's gonna end, or in our name, right?
Yeah, Brandy and Dave.
You don't know what it's gonna end up being, and across any platform, the reason you watch people is because of the person. It's not because of what they do. Maybe if you go into something else,
you might find them for another reason, but you stay.
You might stick around for something else. So there's a lot to say on all of this when it comes to niching down specifically in YouTube, but overall, that doesn't mean that you as an individual or as an entity or as it's Brandy and I as a couple, we're getting into a bunch of stuff, and you just have to know how to play the game. And I am certainly not an expert at any of this, but I guess
I'm going to argue with you there. You're an expert compared to like my mom. You're an expert compared to people.
Well,
like it really depends on where we're at. And that's one of the things I love about YouTube. Like no matter what your subscriber total is, no matter what no matter what tool you've built it with using now, we always want the next thing, which is part of what I love and part of what drives me crazy about this. But
right.
Anyway, let me introduce Dave a little bit.
Yes,
Hitchhiking. No, you're good. Hitchhiking Bones, Jason Nudo, Ken, the content coach, a couple more people in the chat who've been quiet. Welcome in, everybody. This is my buddy Dave. He's all over all the socials. We'll talk about that throughout the night so you can find him. I've got some of my sorry, people who aren't Dave, but Dave is one of my favorite guys in the community for a bunch of reasons. I like his content. I think I discovered you because your cute kid was being talked to by Gaston. I'm pretty sure that's how I discovered you.
That's true.
I think that's what it was. But regardless, we'll talk about that maybe if you want. This is the guy who I get to talk to. We don't text every dang day, but when we text, it is analytics. It is talk. It is not business of. That sounds like money. It is the mechanics of, how about that, YouTube? And I love that. I love reading the Daryl Eves book. I love reading the how it works thing. And, there are people I can talk to about that, but not everybody. Dave is one of those guys that when I think Creator Talk Live, when I created this show, Sunday nights Creator Talk Live, I mean, you were the first person I said, you want to be the co-host. Like, yeah, I wanted to just have a conversation like we have with whoever wants to listen.
11's too damn late, just to be honest.
I know, right? I know. This guy works. He's on the East Coast and he wakes up before me, so it is what it is. But I know.
I think I was on this at some point. Wasn't
You've been on? I think I think you were the first person I brought back on DizTube, which I don't even do anymore. My interview show on Disney Creators.
Right.
And I'm sure you've been on this show at least. So this is probably fourth or fifth.
I think so.
Whatever. We've done, it is what it is. But anyway, so If you're just here, if you're new here, this is Dave of Brandy and Dave of the Dave
up, Chief?
Daily over on Twitch. What's your name on TikTok? I don't even know.
It's the Dave Daily, or TikTok?
Mark-
I'm sorry, not Twitch.
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, TikTok's everything's Brandy and Dave. It's
that's smart.
There may be some random underscores or whatever, but if you search Brandy and Dave, it'll be there.
I have to say hello to a couple more people, then we're going to dive into the conversation. Sebastian the Crowd, what's going on? Jason Nudo, what's going on? Mara in Memphis, happy birthday on Christmas Day to you, my darling. But this one's going to stand out. Every now and then, you ever go live and you see somebody you know from back in the day?
Yeah.
I don't know how many Mark Kellers with a C are out there, but I think that's my buddy Mark Keller from high school. Mark, if it's you, I love you. Congrats on the business. Congrats on the kid. If you're a different Mark Keller, we didn't go to high school together. Well, hello to you too. But Mark, love that you're here, buddy. Love it. Anyway, let's talk analytics. You sent me a note, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, whatever.
Yeah.
And you said you had some interesting analytics, interesting look at what you were doing on YouTube, Shorts and/or Reels and/or TikTok. I'm going to shut up and let you talk.
All of it. So look, the original thought process reaching out to you, right, was exactly kind of what you said. I don't have a ton of people that I can talk analytics with that are as into it as you are. So
I like it. I like it more than I should.
A lot of we've been dealing with COVID for 2 years. A lot of creators or a lot of people that unfortunately lost their jobs or were working from home or part-time work from home, whatever, were kind of able to go headlong into content creation. And one is a means of something to do. Two is potentially a means to an end to actually make some cash, right? Build a brand. There's so many people in the gaming community.
Said that you could do that.
What's that?
I've heard it said that you could do that.
Yeah, allegedly, right? But like in the gaming community, there were so many people that were built in that 2020 spring to 2021 era where for some reason, whatever it was, they started a gaming Twitch and did the right things on social media, which at that point, especially in that genre, which was just post the ever loving daylights out of TikTok. And I mean, there are people that now 2 years later have grown their TikTok to 4 million followers for gaming. And it's funny because you look at it, and this isn't a slight on them by any means, because getting people to watch you game is not easy. And they'll have a few hundred people watching them stream Call of Duty or whatever, and for 2 million, 3 million, 4 million followers on TikTok, and you would just think that the translation, the transition of people would be much bigger. But I digress. The point is that a lot of people in a lot of different genres spent a lot of time during COVID jumping into this whole new vertical media game. Obviously, it's big. It was TikTok to start. You now have some semblance of an outlet on every platform, right? Everyone has their phone, and that's how you look at it.
I'm the only guy in Walmart looking like
that. Right. No, but so you had all of this influx into that, right?
Yep.
And the reason I bring it up is because during that time, due to my work and Brandy teaching, we weren't like all in on the channel anymore. And not for any other reason
Brandy and Dave on YouTube.
Not for any other reason than the fact that there was a boatload of mental energy that was spent dealing with real life, and just didn't have it to create. There's still a trip from 2019 that should have been out during that time frame, that first 6 months of COVID, that I still haven't put out the last 8.5 days of the trip. Wow. I have, I don't know, probably 25 hours of content to put out for real.
Sitting in your whatever.
It's on a hard drive right here, next to me. It's crazy. So at any rate, the point is, this whole long story that Dave uses too many words for. we get to the end of 2021, and I'm like, look, I think I'm here. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's push it. Brandy has the boutique. I've been doing the gaming thing on the side, right? But wanted to get back into the whole Disney thing. Been sick of looking at the Instagram that we have, that we spent a lot of time building up, losing followers, not growing. Yeah. YouTube having been stagnant for 2 years. Again, we didn't deserve any growth because we hadn't done anything. And TikTok being there ripe for the taking, and having seen and interacted with a lot of these people that have done really well on TikTok. And I said 2022 is going to happen.
Hey, Dad Builds, what's going on, buddy?
Chris, hope you're feeling better, brother.
Oh, he's sick. Hope you're feeling better. I didn't know.
So, long and short of it is, beginning of the year, I'm like, I'm going to dive headlong into this because we had just gone to it on a trip in November, had enough vertical video that myself and Brandy had shot. And I'm like, I'm just going to go for it. So I was 2 weeks into it after, having a short hit on YouTube for like 30 some odd K and gaining a reasonable amount of subscribers.
Hey, Chris. All the Chris's. Hey, David.
TikTok continuing to go in the correct direction, and completely taking Instagram isn't about pictures anymore.
Yeah. According to them.
And going and posting reels. Not even the video service, right? Or the video portion of it. I forget
IGTV. No,
yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. Which in and of itself, IGTV was actually a really good idea. And
I liked it. And I thought I believed in it, but boy, they gave up pretty quick. Hey, LSU.
They screwed up when they went as a separate app instead of adding it into everyone's Instagram.
Well, then they rebranded and made some changes and went to Reels. That's a whole conversation.
Kind of. I mean, you still have technically IGTV behind it because you can go shoot a real video and it's just a video and it's 4 or 5 minutes long and it's on your feed, but it's not in your shorts feed or your Reels feed.
Well, I guess it's the difference between Reels. So when I think of vertical, I think of short form content. Maybe I'm doing that too much. Maybe there's a place for vertical that's longer, but it feels real swipe righty to me, which, hey, Julie C. Which
I hear you, and there's a lot of stigma, and this is all anecdotal in this community. Me talking to someone who talked to someone kind of deal. So we're playing telephone here, but they're posting a bunch of shorts and they're gaining a bunch of subscribers from that, but it doesn't translate, and that's not.
I still don't know what I think. Like, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation with you open. Like, we had somebody on, I think it was Sherry. I don't want to say the wrong person. I've had people on who had million view
TikToks,
shorts.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm saying it right. And it did translate. Yeah, I am. And it did translate into thousands and thousands of thousands of new subscribers. What I don't know is, did it translate into thousands and thousands and thousands new viewers? Did they stay? I mean, of course they hit subscribe. That's
always
great.
The question.
So that's what I want to ask you. I guess it's a two-pronged question. Are you having success moving people from one to the other? Is that even a goal? Maybe it's not. And are you repurposing content? Are you taking what you use on YouTube and putting it on TikTok or Twitch? When you do your gaming on Twitch, are you making a video of that and putting it somewhere else? I'd like to hear that. So, hey, Nathan, what's going on? Hey, Anna, how are you?
I should be, and I'm gonna focus more on the Disney content because we all only have so many hours in the day, and I've taken any energy that I have and decided that I'm going to try to grow Brandy and Dave as an entity, right? So, however you're saying, brand, whatever the heck you want to say. Yeah, Nathan, what's up, dude? But so, anywho, to answer your question, has it translated into more subscribers? Yes. If your reel hits and it's something that it's actually interesting because you look at it from a short standpoint, people on YouTube are used to hitting the subscribe button. Like, that's what you do. If you like content,
I like
it.
That. Yeah, you hit the like. If I like it a lot, I hit the subscribe.
Yeah. On TikTok, it doesn't necessarily translate as much because everything's on the For You page, right?
And you're just scrolling, right?
You're just scrolling, and
I'm not on TikTok at all. In case anybody knows.
Well, that's you need to do that.
I still think it's 19-year-olds showing me their belly.
It's not. The fastest
Actually,
growing.
probably your fault. The first TikTok I ever saw was you trying to do a dance with your daughter, and it
Yeah.
wasn't even a TikTok. You were like, "Look at this," and I'm like, nope.
Yep. Well, I will tell you this: the fastest growing segment on TikTok right now is 30 to 50. It is.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but that's okay.
it-
Sherry,
it's-
I was just talking about you.
Pete,
It
what's up,
was
dude?
you, right, that had that huge short. Hey, Pete, what's going on, my man?
Well, you talk about shorts and you talk about stuff that's hitting huge. Go look at JoJo's right now. Any
JoJo's
short
going
he
up.
posts is anywhere from 600,000 to 2.4 million views.
I think I'm just stuck on my opening opinion. Like it's like in high school, you know, the girl makes a funny face at me and I give up on her. And then she's asking me out 3 days later. And I thought she hated me. I think I just hated on TikTok early, but whatever. I want to hear from you.
A lot of people did, and a lot of people still do. I mean, it's like anything new, man. I mean, by the way, you're going to have me on probably in another 3 months and we're going to talk NFTs.
I love it. Oh man, I was doing a little NFT research this morning. See, I've got a man crush on Dave. I'm just going to say, but anyway, keep going. Tell me what you're doing.
So has it translated to more subscribers across all platforms? Yes, it does. The biggest thing you have to do on all these platforms now is whenever you're creating content, and if you're going to be creating shorts, right, or reels or whatever, you need to create a lot. It's not like I'm going to put out a YouTube video on Tuesday and on Saturday, and that's my quote unquote that's me being consistent, right? YouTube now sees me as consistent. What YouTube wants specifically, at least this is what all the people say, YouTube wants to know that the content you put out can be shown to everyone that is in that content bucket that you put it into. So they're trying to find an audience for you, right?
Well, your content.
You're not you, but for that specific thing, right? So YouTube knows that it has an audience for Star Wars content and Galaxy's Edge content and whatever. And if you tag it correctly and the product is correct and, it's a good short, which is, kind of important. Hey, here's the caveat, people. When you put this stuff out, it can't just be crap. You got to put some thought.
I posted 4 things and my mom liked it.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's part of it. And don't get me wrong, I've posted some real crap.
We all have, but that's the quality versus quantity argument, right?
Quality's important, but it's YouTube recognizing that when you put stuff out into these buckets, that it can rely on you, that it's good stuff, right? And that's kind of the same across all platforms, maybe slightly different. Again, this is just from what my research and whatever.
The algorithm on TikTok, from what I've read, and I'm not on TikTok, so this is just from what I've read, is insanely effective at finding what you want to see next.
That's all it is.
It's amazing. Like I've read some stuff that blew my mind.
The big difference between Facebook and YouTube and whatever and TikTok is TikTok is 100% like a content matrix, right? Whereas YouTube, Facebook, now classic YouTube, Facebook, Instagram is relational, right? It's follower, subscriber based. That's the matrix that it pushes it out to. Now, both YouTube and Instagram, the only real quote unquote organic growth that you can have, not only Instagram, probably only, because it's really follower based unless you're posting shorts. Because if you're not posting shorts, you're just posting stuff for your folks. But I mean, I across the board, I've probably had the most success on Reels.
Okay.
To be honest, posting once a day, 6 times a week, probably, because I'll miss a day. Shorts has been hit or miss. It's real interesting to me that you'll post something 3 days later, it pushes you out for 2 hours and you get 2,700 views and then it flattens back out. And here's the frustrating part, Jeff. And if you can answer this for me, there are times when you look at, okay, what are the metrics of this specific short, right? And this is after it's flatlined and you look and you see that you had 1,700 views, which is not a massive sample size in the grand scheme of things, but it's more than 50.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you have more views, right? So it's up. You have a watch time, right? That is 117 or 118 or 132% of what the actual short is. And you have an inordinate amount of likes and actual comments. Everything across the board that would, at least in my eyes, I'm not an algorithm, but in my eyes, and I'm sure your eyes too, would show that this is something that people responded positively to, and maybe we should push it out more.
Yeah.
But it hits that like I remember I sent this to him like, what the heck happened here? You're
Yeah,
like, yep,
yeah.
it got pushed out on the shorts feed and now it hit the shelf.
And they pulled it. Yeah. So that's my issue. If I can dive in,
I'll shut up.
I'm not an expert by any means. I'm not even freaking on TikTok, but I read my fair share.
Right.
And my concern with short form content. I don't know why my mouth doesn't want to say that.
Right.
Short form content. My concern is the algorithms. How do I say this? And it's algorithms. There's not an algorithm. There's algorithms, and they're always. I love it when people say, "Oh, they changed it today." It's changing all the time. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
Right.
The algorithms are more effective on short form vertical. Why? I believe it's clear why, because they're not supportive. Not in the "do they love you" way. They're not projecting the content creator, they're projecting the content. So if
That's
I
fair.
have
that's real fair.
my best
To start,
viewed,
yeah.
my best viewed video on watch time, on new subscribers, on all of it was a COPPA video. This is back in, when everybody's freaking out about the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. And it didn't have anything to do with Disney. I was a Disney guy who talked about food every now and then and likes his family and just was having a silly time. And now we have this show, and by far this is my most successful, just talking about views and watch time and revenue part of my channel. And why is that? Well, the algorithm found that people liked the show, the content. So if I do a TikTok or if I do a YouTube short or if I do a reel or whatever, it's going to send it out to people to watch it. But here's my issue with it, and I want your opinion on this. But that's a one view. That's not in the culture of I'll subscribe and I'll become a fan of. That's I'll get more of that. Well, I don't have more of that necessarily. I mean, that's why some of those creators who are really trying to squeeze every ounce of every piece of content, they'll have 4 and 5. You'll see channels, some of my favorite channels, very successful channels, have 12 of the exact freaking same video because they know they're going for the person they don't already have.
Yep.
I think those short form vertical video algorithms are more effective because they're not looking to send people to channels. They're looking for more of the same or more of the same thing they're going to want to. So I don't know how that helps the creator. I see how it helps TikTok. I get why YouTube wants it.
Yep. So
why does Dave want it? Why would Jeff want it? That's what are your thoughts?
So here's where I'm at. When you decide that you're going to do short form content, right? And it's going to be, let's say, Disney stuff, right? Because that's what we're talking about. So you find that you post a 17-second clip of one of the cool parts of Rise of the Resistance.
Like my best short, I think, was a parade.
So right. But parades are huge, actually.
20 seconds
but like, but there's specific types of content, right? So there's like a lot of castle content, a lot of Magic Kingdom content, parade content, character interaction content. Certain ride throughs and certain portions of those rides for popular stuff, right? And then surprisingly, talking to the camera about stuff like this, not this, but like Disney, right? So one of the big things now is I'm going to show you food and I'm going to do a voiceover, right? Or we're going to go do this new thing and I'm going to do a voiceover.
Talk about the new Dole Whip flavor, because
Dole Whip flavor, right? So, but like you're going to do a voiceover, right? So there's informational stuff associated with it. And the big thing is that, yes, TikTok's going to take it and put it in a content bucket based on what the content is, the hashtags and whatever, and put it out there. But what you need to realize is that if you do that 2 to 4 times a day with similar content, not necessarily the same thing, but let's say you do go to Disney and you decide that you're going to try 40 different snacks in the week and a half that you're there, and you film it the same-ish, and you know that you're going to do a voiceover to it, and you have that all set up, so it's the same type of video and it's the same voice and it's the same character, right? You will then build that brand based on that. I know I have found people on TikTok because I got their content pushed out to me multiple times before I even followed them. Then I followed them, and then I got it even more. But you're right. You don't want if your video flops on TikTok, it only gets shown to your followers.
So, but if it doesn't flop, I want to talk about the positive
And
side.
it's going out to a lot of people, and you're probably getting some semblance of some return on that, right? So subscribers for sure, watch time, whatever, right? So you're getting that. Do they always watch your stuff? No. I've noticed that TikTok has a much lower unfollow rate, or I've at least from what I've seen in the past 8 weeks, right? It's a semi-small sample size. But I said at the beginning, Jeff said, what are you planning on doing? And it's like, it's building the brand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get people to transition from Instagram or TikTok to watch long form YouTube content. They might watch shorts too, but I don't know if that's true.
I was gonna say I don't believe that's the case.
I don't think that's true.
But whatever. We can talk.
You can upload it as a short.
I edit all of my short. I can't.
Yeah,
imagine
all
there's
of my
any
shorts are
to do
edited too.
Maybe something to my baby now and then. Or my
Well,
grand-
now the thing is that if you upload it from your computer, it probably doesn't. But if you upload it from your phone, you upload it as a 15-second short that is edited. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not going to get people to Jeff, it's hard to transition people from one platform to another.
I almost think it shouldn't be the goal. I mean,
it's not. Again, the goal is to build your brand, and that's it.
We need to find people where they're at, and if we want, like, I'm not on TikTok. That's a choice. Me and you've talked about it. The Gary V, come on, do 100 pieces of content a day.
Oh yeah,
whole conversation. In the end, I could do that, but I also like being married and being a dad and a grandpa. And I've got to go to work now and then. And I'm not complaining. By the way, we all have 24 hours a day. Nobody has more, nobody has less.
And that's true. And
you got to make choices though.
And to this point, I will throw this out there. I have found that you need to post at least once a day on everything, if not multiple times a day. And you only have so much time. You're exactly right. But I found a few tricks, right? One is take a Sunday afternoon and make 10 shorts on YouTube, because you can actually set them up. YouTube's great for this. And you can schedule the whole next week based on when you want to drop it. Yeah. Right. So let's say you want to do 2 a day. You make 14 shorts, which, it takes some time, but you do that, you drop it, you tag them all. It takes you like 2.5 hours in an afternoon, and that's your week.
Yeah.
You can do the same on TikTok and Instagram and leave them in your drafts, but you have to physically go and post them. But, that's when I am at my best. I have a couple days already laid out in front of me. I have YouTube done for the next day. I have several TikToks that I can choose from to post. Some of them are junk. I don't want to say junk, but some of them are, and I will say this, just pencil whipped. You're like, I need something. There's
something to be said for the consistency, even above the quality. I mean, there's a baseline. If you're just sneezing and posting it, nobody's going to watch that. But if you're just, once you get to some baseline of quality, then it's just staying not even front of mind of your viewers, but not leaving their mind. I mean, once you get a big following on any social media and you have a library of stuff that's evergreen that people can go to, and you can go take that 6 weeks break, because you can schedule stuff out every Tuesday and Thursday for 6 weeks. That's 12 pieces of content. But when we're growing, and I think most of us here are still in the growing phase or the I'm going to start phase, that consistency, while not more important than quality, I would say is closer than people think. That's why I've been totally stagnant for about a year, and it's because I'm not very freaking consistent.
And to that point, it's true. But even just by posting, you learn something.
Absolutely,
it might not hit, but you learned that it might not hit. But I know for sure there are times when I put TikToks up that have said this isn't going to do anything, and the next thing I know, there's 10,000 views.
Isn't that crazy?
And there are things that I put, I don't want to say my heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears into, but I put effort into making it work and thinking that it's hilarious because I'm obviously always hilarious. But like you put time and effort into something, and those are the ones that get 200 views.
That is so frustrating too, and I know we all deal with it. The stuff that I put out, I'm like, man, this is gonna go, and this is funny, or they're gonna get this show. I'll get 0 comments on the thing that I thought was the funniest part of my video. I'm like, man, maybe I'm just dumb.
No, well, the thing is that you don't know how it's gonna hit. You don't know how you may feel that you have put out the content with a specific feel or whatever to it, and it just didn't go across.
Well,
you knew it was there, so you felt it, but it
was
didn't translate
or whatever. I believe deeply that we overvalue our feedback, like comment section or friends. But remember, well, here I have
my comment section is my favorite. I like getting yelled at.
I think my best example has to do with you. The Diz and That guys brought on a lawyer, a friend of ours who played the lawyer. Right?
We haven't seen Sal in a while, bro. We haven't.
I'm smiling. I'm having trouble getting out the story because I'm smiling. But I don't even remember what it was. But something. Oh, you're sick. Anyway, so I did a video as if I put on a tie, and I did a video as if I was, challenging you, and it did well. I thought the feedback was good. I think 95% of the people got that it was a joke, but there was more than 1 or 2. There was more than a fair share of people who actually thought we were fighting. And
I know it's great.
But if it's you and Chad, I still love you. It's okay. But I don't, we can't know how it's going to land is where I'm trying to go.
I
think it's just shoot your shot, baby. Shoot your shot.
But again, it's the consistency. It's always trying to do better the next time. And not necessarily always doing better, but attempting to, over time, is you put out 12 TikToks a week. Those 12 just incrementally get, I should probably go this way, incrementally.
Yeah, look at you. You've done this. I would never have thought of that. Okay, but so I have a question. Is this the appropriate time? Can I ask you?
Yeah.
So I know deep down that repurposing my content is the way to go. To have the video, have it in my phone, have it in my computer, whatever. Make the content that it is, and then take pieces of that and repurpose it. Take the audio, take the video, make it short, make it real. I know that's the way to go. Yes. I'm positive, but I don't do it. And I can tell you why I don't do it. Because I'm sick of it. By the time I've edited my video, I lived it.
Yeah.
I had the idea. I lived it. I videoed it. I put it together. If you edit a video, you're probably watching the dang thing 20 times.
At least.
Minimum.
Yeah.
And by the time I'm done, I'm sick of my face. I'm sick of my jokes. I'm sick of the little face I made. I'm sick of my dog in the corner. I'm over it. I want to hit upload and I want to be done with it. And I've got 12 other ideas. I'm sure you're the same. And like, I cannot connect with people who say, what should my YouTube channel be? What should my, I don't understand. There's a million ideas. So I want to move on to the next thing, but if I had the money, I'd hire an editor, and he or she or they would take my content that I made and then go make 13 other things. But I'm not there yet. What do you do what are your thoughts on repurposing? Are you repurposing?
So real quick, I want to hit on what Hitchhiking Bones is saying over here. Yeah, if you upload a video from your computer, it will not hit a short. I have never had that happen. Although I tried the other day and I didn't trust it. So I didn't. I deleted the thing out.
I was laughing at what Pearl said, so I need you to repeat.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Pearl was one of those people, she says, though.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
I love that. Pearl, we like each other. Anyway, say it again, please.
So Hitchhiking Bones says that doesn't get the short designation if you upload from the computer. And I think that's true. I'm not 100% sure because I uploaded one the other day just to try it. And it looked like it went under a shorts designation.
Interesting.
Now, I didn't know and I couldn't tell. And I just said, forget it, and deleted it, sent it to my phone, and then uploaded it from there.
Too real.
So pay the whatever you need to a month for Dropbox to send stuff to Dropbox and use it on your phone. Google works just as well.
I do that.
Dropbox, I feel, is a lot easier to use. It's just me. So yeah. So you said repurposing content.
Yeah.
Every single person that you watch on the interwebs will tell you that if you are making a reel, use the native reel music and software and whatever. If you are making a TikTok, use that. If you are making a
Why? Because
short,
they say the algorithm likes it better?
because they say the algorithm likes it.
Is there evidence for that, or is that
There's
just what my
evidence
friend
both ways, and I don't think it freaking matters at this point.
I would, with knowing nothing, if I were a betting man, and I am, I would say that's BS.
Well, I think in some capacity, there's something to be said about using a trending sound on any of
Well,
these.
I'm sure
right?
that's true.
And if you use a
That's
trending
different than what you
sound on,
It is.
if you
That's different than using native music only, or
right, but a lot of the stuff I do uses some semblance of audio from TikTok, because either I'm trying to be funny, or I'm honestly trying to cash in on a trend, and that's what it is. And I find something that, yeah, you should definitely use the native stuff. So if you can, right? Like, I know there was one that the music was easily searchable on all three platforms, and I made it in one, downloaded it, and I used the sound on all three.
So,
but I still tagged it with the actual, not tagged it, but I added the audio of whatever the audio actually was. I
need you to dissuade me from an opinion that might just be me being an arrogant jerk.
Yeah, well, go for it.
Here it comes.
Okay.
I think I hear advice like that or thoughts like that a lot on TikTok, on YouTube, hey, right, do it X. And I think the advice is not exclusively, but like 80% of the time, the easy way. I think it's people saying, well, I just use the native music, or I just don't edit my videos. And then it turns into, well, that's how they like it, with no evidence.
Yeah.
Am I off? Am I?
No, you're the thing is all of this is everyone's opinion. No one knows what the algorithm actually is.
That's why I like Dara Lee. I like data. Me and you, I like analytics. I like to dive into the, okay, you said it, but show me. And
I like attempting to try new stuff with my own stuff.
Amen.
The issue is that
do your own freaking research.
Well, yeah, but there's so many variables is the issue. You know, you could drop something at 2:00 that you made that was fantastic, and it doesn't hit. And you take the exact same video and upload it at 8:00 that night or 2 days later, and it hits for 270,000.
I mean,
there's
variability in everything.
So there's something to be said for doing research, and there's something to be said for taking that research and attempting to apply it to your own stuff.
Exactly.
And go from there.
Interesting. Danny says the only editing we do is through the YouTube app or TikTok and add music over the video. And that's one of the genius things about fill in the blank. I'll say TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, you're right here. You don't have to buy Premiere Pro. You don't have to be able to spell Premiere Pro, and that's one of the brilliant, beautiful things. I mean, you can be 12-year-old. I mean, I got daughters. They could be in their classroom and they edit a video and post it, and nobody even knows because they're just on their phone, right? I kind of love that.
I'd probably do a little more editing off phone, just from it, because you can't combine clips on YouTube. You can on TikTok, and I will. But if I got to upload a short, and let's say and I want to take out the middle section because I did I did a Ronto's rap review.
I saw
it. And I had to take out the middle section, and you can't do that in YouTube.
He doesn't mean the sandwich; he means the video.
Well, I always think, but that was good, by the way. You can't take that out, so I had to cut the native video into 2 different videos, send it over to computer, edit it in Premiere Pro, and then I sent it back to the phone and uploaded it that way as a single video. But did that. But the thing is in Instagram and in TikTok, you can do that. You can go in and well, no, what I had to do on that is I went into, because it was vertical on my phone. I was like a 47-second video. I had to go into the video in Apple, right? And I had to edit it down to where I wanted it to stop the first time, save it as a new video, and then do the same for the second part that I needed. So even then, you can't add the same video twice. You know what I mean? On TikTok. Yeah, or Instagram, you can't. You notice that with the newish 15-second short YouTube format, you get better views than tagged shorts, 55-second long. So that's a function of watch time. YouTube's looking for a percentage watch time, and for longer videos, it's like 70%. And if you don't get 70%, your stuff.
You're talking retention now. Dave's talking about if it's a minute long and you keep them for whatever 70% of a minute is, right?
45 seconds. Yeah, 40 seconds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. We do all our editing using the video pad on the computer for our vlogs. We never edit on the phone. We also film everything on a Sony Handycam. So that you mentioned Premiere Pro. Do you edit all your stuff on Premiere Pro?
I edit all my long form content on Premiere Pro, and frankly, I edit everything YouTube wise on Premiere, or I'm sorry, shorts wise, whatever, on Premiere Pro. And I started doing that when I was really into gaming and trying to, like you said, repurpose content.
Yeah.
And I would take video much like this, horizontal video, and I would have to change everything down to make it TikTok size, and drop it. And, I'm sure, I don't know if you've watched any gaming TikTok, Jeff, which I don't think you have.
I have not. I mean, I've seen the stuff that moves over to Instagram. No.
But there's like there's like this trendy dealy, right? Where either you take part of the video and put it up top where your face is there, then the gameplay is here, and it's like this, or you take the same video twice with no face and you blur the background in some capacity.
Sure.
Which is
I'm just
also solid. So it's the same video running. What's that?
I'm watching you shoot while I see your noggin.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. You're watching my face, my reaction. You can do that. So there's multiple ways to do this, but I've actually implemented, I didn't do it much. I've implemented that, but that's where I learned really that Premiere Pro can be as helpful with vertical content as horizontal content.
Now, Final Cut Pro, I don't know if you're on a Mac, but does Final Cut Pro do the vertical? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not on Mac. I'm not the most tech-tastic. Rather Nazi Dave's face, Sanudo. Yeah, I understand. I wouldn't either.
Like that. Hey, Chucky Mones, our friend, says, "What's a good editor for your phone?" More than 99% of all my content ever has been native on the phone, only on the phone. I have Premiere Pro. I rarely open it. KineMaster, KineMaster. It's like $49 a month for the Pro. I find it unbelievably easy to learn and use.
On your phone?
100%. 99.9%.
Oh, shoot.
And there's part of me that wants to stay that way, because I think it helps. Like, I work with kids, and so one of the things I want to tell, what I try to teach my kiddos is, you don't need a bunch of crap to post. And I started off with a Galaxy. Now I have an iPhone. People ask me which one's better. The one in your hand. The one in your hand is better. It's good enough. Like, you don't need to be Casey Neistat to vlog. I mean, you're not going to be Casey Neistat. Don't try. I mean, if you don't know who that is, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Now, you always should up your game, but I think putting money into lights and microphones, because you've already got this. If you don't already have this, and you need to get it. Now, I have a pretty nice camera. I rarely am carrying my camera around. I'm 100% carrying around this. And me and you talked about this on the podcast when we first met each other.
Yep.
The gear you go with. Sometimes it's convenient to have the gear. Sometimes I've gotten, a grandkid and 2 daughters and my wife and my mom and her husband, and it's not happening, right? I got granola bars and, all the other crap. So my point is, go with what you have. But KineMaster is good. The Video Leap is good. There's a bunch out there. I feel like I stepped on you. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I don't even know what I was gonna say. No, I was gonna say, Two Row Geeks. You're using StreamYard to do video game live streaming. I would like to know how you're doing that well. How it's working.
So I don't know how to do that.
Because I use Labs. I use Streamlabs, and it is.
So I did an interview.
Slobs or OBS is the way to go, because it's so much more customizable, and the video capture is probably better, but I don't know what StreamYard's put forward recently.
So I can tell you, you can put a video. So I could have a video where your face is. So I could be
right.
Instead of doing voiceover, I could just be reacting.
Yeah, but are you doing video or are you screen capping?
You can do whatever you want. No,
Okay.
I'm putting video in there is what I'm saying. Like,
so
I think what he's saying is he already has a video. He puts it in there later and then he talks about it. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
I think he's live streaming.
Oh, well, then I have no idea. Panther City here. What's going on, my man? Hope you're having a great day. I was thinking about you. I was in Fort Worth the other day and I was wishing I had my drone. When I bought the Osmo Pocket, I did the DJI Mimo app.
Yeah, Pro, you're right.
And it's surprisingly effective for editing from your phone. That's cool.
Hope
you're doing well, my man. Dave messaged me and I will let you know it's easy. Very good.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it is. I'm more worried about the quality, right? Because if you're gonna live stream on Twitch, you will lose people because your quality isn't there. 100%. It's really important.
I need your opinion on this more than me, but what my knowledge base is on that is you really have to have a good system to be using Streamlabs. Streamlabs is a beast of it takes up a lot of space on your computer. So if you don't have the good gear,
I did buy a gaming PC that I'm set up with 3 screens, right?
So there you go. So I mean, and if you have that, then that's great. But if you've got, the Chromebook from Walmart, you might want to stick with what doesn't take up all your.
Well, you're also not playing Call of Duty on a computer that doesn't have a massive graphics card that's going to cost you $1,800 to get into a entry-level desktop, right? So, but that's neither here nor there. That was something that ended up getting into, and I'm pumped to have it now for this, right? Yeah. So what's real interesting to me, and I don't necessarily want to, like, we can talk a little more about the vertical stuff too, because I don't want to completely go over there. But what's interesting to me is that on Twitch, it's a lot of gaming, but there's a boatload of other stuff, right? Much
IRL
like people on
stuff.
Twitch. What's that?
IRL stuff. I mean, is that what we're
talking
about?
Of it. Well, just chatting is the number one watched category.
So what is that? Is that like 5 or 6 people on the screen just yakking?
No, it's this. It could be this. It could be someone sitting there talking about politics. It could be someone sitting there talking about
Talk Live,
whatever,
State of the Union talk, whatever.
But what I'm saying is, it's interesting because you can also obviously stream live, and it's funny because you get people who game, who will then have quote unquote IRL live streams, and coming from this background, where like they'll go on a trip and they'll be walking around, downtown Cleveland, and it's an IRL live stream, and they're like so pumped that they're doing it, and I'm like, this is what we've done for years.
Isn't that interesting? The cultures are just different.
The disparity is ridiculous. Ridiculous is a bad term. That sounded negative. It's not. It's just you only know what you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you haven't looked at YouTube as a live streaming platform and really gotten into it, you don't know.
So I was last weekend. We had a family birthday, and we went down to Grapevine, Texas, and it's a wine, cute little town,
right?
Disney store in the area, blah 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 blah. And I'm sorry if this sounds like a pig. I hope it doesn't come off as like a pig. But there's a bunch of beautiful ladies there, and I thought I could stream. I could be streaming right now. It doesn't fit into my content, but I could stream right now and it would be good content. I mean, they're drinking wine, they're having fun. There's a big, cool train over there. It's not what my channel's about, but my point is, I guess, I don't know. If you just do what you want to do where you are and you find your audience, I guess you just need to decide where you're going to put it, where you're, are you going vertical video or are you going to go live stream, whatever, but there's content to be made everywhere.
I think the point is don't just limit yourself to one.
So that's
kind of my whole shtick on this.
Yeah. Well, so me and you have both changed our opinions on that in my never so whole opinion. Then I need to hear from you. I'm going to shut up as best I can after I ask this question, but talk to me about niching down and growing an audience and your thoughts on it.
I think that if you want to grow at a very, very fast rate on YouTube, you need to be as specific as possible. I think that you do yourself a disservice by having 3 different topics on which you stream about. I know that Pete feels completely differently because he's putting out live streams and he's getting a lot of people in for sports that are then translating to Disney. And I honestly believe that you can do it, but you have to have the time, energy, and effort to put out enough content that they stick around for both or all of your topics.
So when I first started my channel,
but YouTube then doesn't know where to put you.
Yes.
And you have to create your own.
So when I first started my YouTube channel, I mean, my first, I don't know, channel art or whatever the heck you call it, you know, it was Disney, family, food, sports. And I put that up there. I didn't know anything. I was just, hey, this is what I like. I like those 4 things. That's what we're going to talk about. Wasn't strategic in any way. And then I started paying attention and everybody said what you just said. And it makes sense, but I like Disney and I like my family and I like sports and I like food. And so I'm going to create what I create. Now you do Disney, you do gaming. Here we are talking about, I'll call it Creator Talk just to be selfish, because that's what I call the show. Your knowledge of the whatever this is that we're doing, the content creation.
Your ridiculousness.
I mean, when I thought of you early on, you were the podcast guy and the Disney food guy.
That's a whole other issue too.
Exactly.
Continue. Yeah.
But those were the things that before we became friends, you were the podcast guy and the Disney food guy. I've often said, hey, if people want to know about Disney food, you're my go-to. You and Disney Dan. But you go. And so if you really meant what you just said, you would niche down into whatever you think is getting your best stuff. But then you've got your boutique and you've got this and that. I mean, walk me through that.
But those are all different outlets and they're all on different outlets, as opposed to the boutique live streams aren't on our channel.
Yeah, it's
right. My gaming, my gaming, my gaming stuff has never been on my YouTube channel. Brandy and Dave
won't ever have.
Brandy and Dave will never have it because my mouth is too foul when I'm saying.
Well, okay.
I mean, I'm just being honest. It is definitely R-rated Dave whenever you go watch me on the Dave Daily. And I will own up to that 100%. And I know it turns some people off. But, Jeff, you would be surprised at the amount of people from from this community that came and watched me play games.
Well, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, you're fun and
that's really what it comes down to. Is if you're going to have multiple outlets and you really want to niche down specifically on it, you're going to have multiple channels and see what works. It's one thing. It's again
intimidating. I mean, it's hard enough to do one.
It's tough, but the thing is that you learn on one and then you go to the other, right? Like we were saying off stream, right before we started. I learned so much by taking a year and a half and going and gaming. I am horrible at video games, Jeff. But yet people somehow came and watched me. And
correct me if I'm wrong. They're going to come to gaming for the entertainment value or to learn how to play. One of the two, not both.
Yeah, definitely. And I am not there to teach people how to play video games well. Yes, Pearl always did.
Anti-Carnage, that's scary.
Yeah. So here's what I'm getting at. Like I did that, and you know what? I haven't streamed on Twitch in probably 2 months since I've been putting all the time into this. Maybe I did once in January, and I'll get back to it at some point. But my passion's not in that, dude. I like playing. Yeah, I like playing games. I like playing games with friends. I met a lot of people through that, right? But I learned a boatload that I can bring back to this, because Disney is a passion of mine, right? It always has been. The funny thing is that I realized that about a year in, maybe a little bit longer, and I realized that a year in, when I would hear people talk about the off-the-cuff random things in the gaming community that I knew nothing about, but they spouted it off from 4 years ago, something like they are into it. But if you asked me the same thing about Disney, or if you were in a conversation with me, I could do the same thing about Walt Disney World, Disney in general, and several other topics, obviously, food, alcohol, those in relationship to Disney, right? So it's the Dave Daily.
I just dropped it. That's why you just heard that audio. I was going to get it.
No, so like it's
Jimmy says these people don't allow you to come on stream. Do not donate things, please. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, cool.
Cool, Jimmy Rizzo. Thanks for being here. Hope you have a great day.
Is he saying he wants to come on the show? Is that what he's saying?
All right, dude.
Cool, Jimmy.
I'm in. Yeah. Get him in here. Send like
AAA Parkles.
Yep.
What's going on?
So Sparks, what's up? So here's my point. I will probably still do some gaming stuff because I was having fun, but I was getting real frustrated at the fact that I had some growth and then people went back to work and I didn't have growth anymore. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And frankly, it's fun and I enjoy it. Like I said, I met a whole boatload of people. More so, David, what's up? More so,
Disney Dad.
I learned a heck of a lot, dude. Like not just a little, a lot.
Yeah.
And and none of that. I honed this.
And for those in chat, like, what did you learn? You learned how to keep people on the stream, how to build community, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't
keep people engaged, actually speaking to them while you're doing something else on stream. Okay. That's one. Two, I learned Streamlabs. I knew nothing about Streamlabs. I'm excited that I could. Night, love you. I'm excited.
Good night, Brandy. Probably. Maybe
Jeff says good night.
Took me a minute to know what you were doing. I thought you were talking to me first, and then I figured it out.
No, but so like I learned Streamlabs. So if I want to, instead of using this, can use Streamlabs to stream here and have a more customizable experience, right? I learned a whole heck of a lot about how to please members. Because that's the one thing on YouTube that when they dropped members, especially into our community, a lot of people looked at it as, okay, now we're members. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I look at it from a Patreon standpoint, utilizing that. Beyond that, I got better with Premiere Pro. I got better with TikTok. I got ideas that are outside influences into.
That's so important. Like when we niche down, but we don't receive content from out. Like there are bubble people. You get
high on your own supply.
Yeah.
You're in an echo chamber. It's just like politics right now. You're
only talking to your side. You're not learning anything.
That's it. You don't learn anything.
Exactly.
So overall, Scabetta, what's up? It was a good experience. And like I said, it's not over. I'm not going to stop doing that. Again, you said it. You only have so many hours in the day.
Yeah. I mean, it's just real.
And this is what I'm doing. So like my thing is in the whole topic here, we're talking about vertical video. It's a tool to grow. It's a tool to get your stuff out there. The best thing I heard, actually, do you know who Robert Benjamin is?
Rings a bell, but I don't think so. No.
He used to work for Gary Vee. He now does YouTube like this.
No,
and it's all about vertical content. All three major players. That's what he does once a day. But he said something about YouTube Shorts that made a lot of sense. If you look at a traditional YouTube channel and you post twice a week, and that is considered your that's you being consistent, just twice a week. You post 8 a month. Okay, that's it. If you decide to get into shorts and you're making content, forget about how it's viewed and algorithms and all that stuff. And you post 1 a day, that's 31 in the same time frame. You 3.5x'd your ability to see who your subscribers are.
Well, your searchability.
Your searchability on top of it, but even more so, you're practicing. You're getting to try stuff out and actually see, as I hit my microphone, some semblance of any trends of what people actually respond to. So you could spend a week. You could spend a week doing just food reviews, and they all hit after 3 weeks. How do you put out all the content and stay genuine?
I've got a good answer, but you first.
My answer is I don't even know if I have an answer because I don't think I'm ever not.
Be genuine. I mean, the thought that it pops in my head is if you're asking that question, you've got to create content that you're passionate about. Like, forget about niching down for a second.
Yep.
If you're not passionate about it, like I love everybody who sends me my notes, but I get this note twice a week. What should my next video be about? Or what should my channel be about? Like, I love you all, but here's the truth. If you're not sure what your channel should be about, why are you even considering having a channel?
Don't start it yet. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to be passionate about providing value in whatever niche it is. You want to yell about politics? I won't watch, but there's a place for that. You want to play games? There's a place for that. Whatever it is. But if you have to be genuine. Like,
right.
Don't ever create any content and post it if it's not genuine. I don't even know what that would be.
Well, I get what he's saying though. How do you continue? I think it's how do you, and I'm kind of interpreting because I know Justin. It's a how do you continue to produce at that level?
The answer is Casey Neistat's tat. Do more.
It's tough.
Do more. I don't know what you do every day, but driving down the street, if I'm not driving, if somebody else is driving, I get 12 ideas on, that would be a cool shot. And that would be a good video. I mean,
right.
And I'm not saying everyone's like that, but everyone, I bet is like that.
Thank you for using a lot correctly. Yeah, I agree.
What did I do? What?
No, Sanudo typed a lot and spelled it correctly.
Okay, there you go. Don't try so hard. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. Just everyone, not just to Jay, everyone, create what you're passionate about and don't create what you're not passionate about. I mean, I think that the Gary V 100 pieces of content thing scares people away. And
yeah, that's true.
And I think that's okay. I think you got to start with what you're good at, but
only do what you can. Realize that if you go from posting 2 YouTube video or like 4 YouTube videos a month and a couple TikToks a month and 4 Instagram posts a week and 2 stories a day to posting 2, or even if it's not, because long form is tough, even 6 videos a month to a TikTok every day and a Instagram reel every day and whatever else. If you go from creating 20 pieces of content a month to 60 pieces of content a month, not a day, a month, you're going to see results. And then you continue to work. It's building a snowball. You can't beat yourself up because you miss a day. I didn't post a single thing today because I was at a cheerleader event for Gigi and I was there to raise money. I didn't post anything. And you know what? I was at a different event yesterday for something else. I didn't have a chance to set anything up for today.
Yeah.
I posted stuff yesterday because I did it on the fly and it is not good content.
I think it's
definitely reflecting that.
I think it's important for people to not let their battle against themselves get in the way. Like somebody just said they overthink it. And I think as long as you're getting better with every piece of content, right? As long as you're attempting to learn something new, I'm going to fix my lighting here. I'm going to work on my music here, whatever. If you're consciously getting better, stop overthinking it. Just create. Now, if you're not sure what to create, then don't create a dang thing. But
the issue is everyone wants 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in the next 9 months.
Yeah.
Next 3 months, honestly.
How many times today did you see on social media? Can somebody please subscribe? I'm hoping to get to, this is the number. I mean,
250.
Don't ask people to subscribe. Create stuff to be subscribed to.
You can ask people to subscribe. Just make sure you're creating good content.
Well, hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to it. It's different than
that's fair.
Going on Twitter.
That's fair.
Yeah. Hey guys, I know you're on Twitter. It drives me crazy. I mean, you know what? Let's reset. We're at the hour. We're going to keep him for maybe a half hour. So then we're going to do some Q&A.
Yeah, we're good.
Questions. I'm going to hit a Panther Air question here in a minute. But first, this is Dave. He's from the Dave Daily over on Twitch. From Brandy and Dave on YouTube. He's from Brandy and Dave or something on TikTok. Get over to his channel.
It's Brandy and Dave on everything, and the Dave Daily on everything, and D&T, this and that on everything. So
I was just going to say, and you might know him from This and That. Give me 30 seconds on This and That, and that'll do the questions. I'm going to start with Panther Air. This and That is what, for anybody who doesn't know, which I bet everyone does, but no.
This and That is a show we do Wednesday night. It's myself, Shep, and Steve of Steve's World, All Things Fun.
Steve of Steve's World. I like
that. Disney-focused content, Disney-focused live chat show kind of podcast-esque sort of thing.
It's a live podcast. That's what I think it is. And
yeah, it's what
every now and then Steve puts on lipstick, which terrifies me still.
Well, yeah. I mean, I call it irreverent Disney. I've always called it that because we kind of take it as we're going to talk about Disney and we like Disney and that's what it is, but it might not always be Disney. And we're probably going to talk about
Disney, but then Shep talks out loud.
And then Shep talks. And it's not about Disney.
That could be the name of it. And then Shep talks out
and then Shep talks. That actually should be a segment.
Like the post show.
Yeah. But I mean, that's This and That in a nutshell.
And
we have fun.
You should check it out.
It's what it is.
It's and now it's been going strong for what, 2.5 years now?
It'll be 3 years in May.
Holy crap. That's amazing.
I know.
We're getting
haven't missed consistency. Haven't missed a Wednesday night.
Wow.
Not consistent, haven't posted a literal other thing to any piece of content anywhere in months. But again, much like I hate using this as an excuse, but it's life. Unfortunately, those of us that were involved or are involved in D&T all fell under the you don't get to work from home. you still have to go and do things in this time where you are stressed beyond belief.
The world has changed, my friend. The world has changed. You mentioned something earlier. You said tag it correctly. I'm going to ask you that, but first I'm going to get some of these questions. Then I'll ask you this. Then we'll wrap it up with some more Q&A. 30 minutes, 45 at the most. Panther City Air.
And the content coach. I like that. That's a good stat to know.
Coming up with content, songwriters will tell you that their mindset changes when they realize writing isn't what's hard, editing is. In other words, just get started. Thoughts on that?
I honestly think that's pretty true. I mean, I think the standard thought for a lot of people are, I need to figure out what this piece of content is going to be from the beginning to the end, and I have to be creative with it, and it has to be perfect. And it has to be. Well, it doesn't. It needs to be you talking about something that popped to the top of your mind and you record it.
Yeah.
Or you document what you're doing throughout the day in relationship to what you love. It's a really good point that you say that the editing part is the hardest part for musicians, because musicians,
I would say for video creators also.
No, I agree. Specifically to his point is what I'm saying is that the passion is the music.
Sure.
The passion's writing a song. The passion's sitting down with your guitar and just fiddling around with chord progressions and figuring the notes out, right? Like, that's easy. And then all of a sudden you put lyrics to it and it's good. But what really sucks is dropping 16 tracks,
right,
of whatever, and then editing it and making sure it all sounds right and the volumes are equal. That sucks.
Did you watch the Beatles show on Disney Plus?
Have not watched it. No.
You should. It's 9 hours, so it is a freaking time commitment. But
so is Yellowstone. So
I know we're watching. I mean, my wife are watching that right now. I think that the genius that is Lennon and McCartney and Harrison. I'm not a Beatles fan. I like their music? Sure, I do, but I'm not a fan. But I am now because of the creator side of me. You really got to watch them create, and what they were doing. They hated performing live at the end. They were a studio band, and it was the editing. Come on, they what is the psychedelic? Well, they all were at the end, but the really Yellow Submarine album. I can't remember what it's called. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band. That was all editing. That was all playing with stuff, and it's just a different medium, I guess. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. And if you're a creator and you're interested in watching geniuses create, it's worth it.
Thanks, Sparks.
It really is. David says, before I get into the topic
of good night, Sanudo.
Day, let me invite you to subscribe to the channel. So there was Two Rogeet said, here it is. I hate saying to people to subscribe. I feel that by this time and age, everyone knows that by now. I agree. True. I hate saying it too, but I disagree with what you said there at the end. Calls to action are dollar bills. Calls to action are action. Calls to action, people forget. They're living their life. Hey, man, I'm really you know how many times I've watched a video and then couldn't find it when I want to go back because I wasn't smart enough to go hit subscribe.
Yep.
So I think we have to do that. I think it's part of what we do. And
I was gonna say, I've been watching a bit of this Robert Benjamin dude, and
Gary Vee
one
guy?
thing, yeah, ex Gary, whatever, content guy. He's like Roberto. He's like all those guys, right? I like
David
his
Benjamin,
style
I'm
of
gonna write it
video.
down.
What's
David
that?
Benjamin?
Robert Benjamin.
Oh, Robert. I'm gonna write it down because I gotta find
he I like his video style. It's direct and to the point, and he gives you enough information up front that if that's all you want to take, you can watch a minute and a half and be done. If you want to get the whole shtick, you got to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not one of those where today I'm going to tell you the 3 best times to post on TikTok. And then he talks for 8 minutes about not posting at the times on TikTok. And then he gives them to you at the end. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, that drives
but that's not the only point. Like it's very well done. And there are hooks throughout it and a bunch of scene changes. And it's done extremely
good.
well.
Editing makes you don't even notice it and you enjoy it. I mean,
and editing makes that. But one thing he does in regards to this, when it comes to subscribe, it's I'm going to give you the first of the 3 points I'm talking about. Then it's like, if you think these points are important, or if I'm giving you any value at all, go ahead and click that subscribe button because you need to come back here because every single day I do this, that, and the other thing. And it is a 18-second. I've heard it 14 times.
Have you ever been annoyed by it so much that you weren't going to go watch that channel?
No,
of course not. Exactly.
Not from people that do it right.
Yeah. Well, if you're just begging for a subscription, yeah. Okay, we've already said that. It takes the average YouTuber 22 months to hit 1,000 with best practices and consistency. Focus on the content, make it watchable, solve problems. Here's the good news on that, Ken. By the way, Ken will be my guest next Sunday on this show right here. I hope it's next Sunday. Next Sunday night, Ken, the content coach, good friend of mine. He's a Green Bay Packers fan, but we will forgive him for one day. I think that, yes, that's the average, but average is a lie. Here's the good news. If you're consistent and you get better every time, I don't believe it's going to take people that long to get there. I really don't. I think I have evidence to support that. Dave, would you agree? Do you think it takes, I think that average includes people who've gone for 12 years.
I don't know. I'd have to go and look back because I think it took us about 18, so it's getting close.
Yeah, I think
the issue is that
it took me more than a year, so I think it was like a year and a half.
I think it comes down to how serious you are about it, because there are a lot of people that start YouTube channels that are just like, if you look at the channel, the Brandy and Dave channel wasn't Brandy and Dave when it started. We had dropped a video; it was under a completely different name. And we wanted to keep that video with the traction on it. It looked like it took us 5 years.
See, buddy,
if you look at dates from inception to whatever. But when we actually really started pushing for it, it was a lot shorter.
I guess my wanting to push back on that is I don't want that to scare people away.
Oh, I don't want it to scare people away either. The big issue is that it shouldn't matter. Because
yes.
I don't. Everyone wants to be monetized.
Sure.
I made more in 3 months on Twitch with subs and bits than I've made on Google.
YouTube.
Ever.
He means YouTube.
Yeah.
Come on. If you want to get monetized, go get a sponsor.
Well, if you want to get, there's other ways to make money at this, but you also have to have the content to do it.
If you're coming on YouTube for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you're 12 years too late. Yes, you used to be able to throw up crap on YouTube, be the first one to market and get paid. I
still throw up crap on YouTube.
I've got a friend. He used to be on my board of directors in my nonprofit that I run. He put up 2 videos, one of those OK Go videos where people are dancing around on the treadmills. Mm-hmm. Good stuff, good content. People love it. You probably most of you have seen that video. Yep. He did like 12 videos total, 2 videos that mattered, and he made bank. But that is a different world. The leprechaun is dead. There's a ton of content out there now.
Leprechaun is dead.
He's dead. He's dead as a doornail. You're not going to find his gold.
No pot of gold. Yeah,
but if you put in the effort, this still is. And I'll say this, and I want your 2 cents because I say it often. This machine that is YouTube, that is the algorithms, is the best, in my never so humble opinion, machine in the history of history to get your word out there. Whether you want to talk about what's going on in Ukraine or how to tie your shoes, whether you want to talk about Crocs or Disney, whatever you're passionate about, this is the tool that is best currently. TikTok might have an argument for TikTok to get your word out there because that algorithms are pretty nuts over there.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I agree that you need to make content where the attention is. YouTube still has it. Serious focus does help. 100%, Pete. That's what it comes down to.
Pete, you're proving that. My goodness. I had a great conversation with Pete this weekend. And I mean, my man is crushing.
Pete, I'm sorry I didn't call you back. It was a long day. No, but so here's my thing. Since the inception of this, Brandy and Dave, right? There's been a lot of different thoughts and a lot of different whatever. And I will tell you, I wanted to be monetized because I wanted to be monetized.
Sure.
I just did.
Fault. They give us a goal of 1,000
Yeah,
or 4,000 and we chase it.
Check it off the damn list.
Yeah, I'm chasing it.
And it's really easy for me to sit here at, nothing crazy, 3,300 subscribers, which is nothing to shake a stick at. Don't get me wrong, but
whatever number you're at, you're always going to say that.
I'm still fighting and growing and struggling and trying to learn too, man. But that's the big thing. We've learned is what Brandy and I, what we've put together, and it's the conversations that she and I have aren't about what are we doing on YouTube. It's what are we doing, right? So she has the boutique. That's where a lot of her energy's focused right now. I'm helping in some capacity, but that's her thing. But that is a Brandy and Dave thing. I help. She does absolutely the majority of it because I'm definitely not picking out clothes or they would not sell. So true. So that's what she's focusing on. I went down the gaming route for a hot minute, right? Now we're back on this. Disney's where it started. It's where it's going to continue to go, but I can't tell you what my channel is going to be. Our channel is going to be. I said this and I'm on yours. That doesn't make sense.
No, I know what you mean.
So, but I can't tell you what it's going to be. What I can tell you is that we've had a lot of fun doing two things. One, sharing our thoughts, what we do, opinions, foods, laughs, family with everyone. Two, the everyone portion. We met a lot of people. Jeff, I wouldn't know you from Adam if didn't start YouTube.
Yeah.
I
talk about that a lot. I would have made fun of the truth that is, I made a lot of friends doing this.
Yeah. And that's what it is. But
one of my favorite days of my life was I was with Gonzo and I bumped into you guys and
so many people. Territory Lounge.
Yes.
Yep.
One of my favorite days ever.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Hour and a half or whatever.
It was great, man.
Yeah.
But those things are great. But the same token, or the other side of the token, if you want to, Brandy and I would love for this to lead to our ability to not work for anyone. Whether it's the boutique and Twitch and YouTube and whatever. I didn't say not work. I said not work for anyone.
Yeah, amen.
It is not easy. And, like I said, it's really easy for me to sit here and say this now, but that's also with years of experience underneath my belt. And I screw up now and I screwed up then. And it's crazy.
Let me ask you this. And if it's,
sorry, I'm just talking.
No, you're never sorry. I love your riffs.
I'm passionate about this stuff. You know that. Like I
love having you on. Don't ever say you're sorry.
I think so many people. You'll appreciate this one. Okay, I will tell you this story after I get this thought out. There's so I don't even know what I was going to say because I got another idea.
You want me to ask you the question or you want me to wait?
Let me tell you a story.
Okay, tell me a story.
So my now
we got like 3 questions in here, so
we're good. My brother-in-law's now wife. So my sister-in-law,
brother-in-law's
they just got married in November. Anywho, she decided to start posting on TikTok. and had one lip syncing to a country song video go absolutely viral, have multiple since, and she has like almost 80,000 followers on TikTok right now.
So this goes to my question. So keep going.
Go.
No, keep going.
But the conversations that I have with her, because it was such a I'm doing this for fun. Now it's like, holy crap, I can do stuff. I can not only do stuff, I can potentially make a little bit of money out of it. You know, it's like cool. But yeah, so the whole thing is that I'd love to, whatever, my whole point was, whatever it ends up being, would love to work doing this.
I think that's
and I'm here for it.
So there's 3 or 4 questions in chat. I'm going to lead off
go
with mine, and then we're going to do some questions. Then I'm going to reintroduce you, and then we'll probably close up.
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm in the zone. You just keep going.
So 80K, young lady, marries into the family, whatever. She sings a pretty song. Maybe she's a hottie. Don't care, not asking. She's got 80,000 followers. Okay. What is it translated to her? Has she gotten $1? Has she gotten 10,000? Has she got $1 million? Because I think that the TikTok algorithm,
the TikTok,
I think the TikTok algorithm lies to y'all.
Well, no, the TikTok Creator Fund lies to you all.
Okay.
It is a shared revenue. It is a shared revenue, and I don't know much about it, but I know that
really good at dopamine. TikTok, here it comes. Ready? Here comes what I think.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is the opiate of social media. I think they're really good at. So I got 2 daughters. I have 4 daughters. Mm-hmm. 2 daughters that are out on their own. They both jump on TikTok around Christmas. They both know what I do. They laugh at this. They love this. Sometimes they pop in, whatever. They both said, well, Dad, I've got more followers than you, and I've only posted 3 things on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And what I don't say to them, but what I'll say to everyone here is lies. I think the numbers, the swipe right, if you're getting views for 3 seconds and they count it as a view and you're getting these subscribers, mm-hmm. Show me the return on the investment. Don't tell me what's going to happen in the future. Mm-hmm. Show me the return on investment. So 80,000 follower daughter-in-law, whatever.
Sister-in-law.
Whatever. Something-in-law. Any return?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Any
return on investment? Yeah. Especially for it just being a complete hobby.
Significant?
So yeah, here's my take on that. You're right. It is 100%.
Show's over. Let's end right now.
Yeah, it's 100% addictive. But TikTok is putting stuff into place where you are seeing more informational content. You are seeing longer videos because now you can go up to 3 minutes. There's talk of going up to 5. So there's one dude I
didn't follow that. 5 going to 5 what? I didn't follow
5 minutes on TikTok.
Oh, the
5-minute long videos.
Got it.
Yeah. You can go up to 3 minutes right now.
Got it.
There's a dude that I found. I think it's Tattooed Disney Dad on TikTok. Dude has vlogged on TikTok for the last 100 days of him going to the park as an
when I daily vlogged. I put out a vlog every day. If I was going more than 4 minutes, it became a 3-hour event. I mean, that makes sense.
It was 3, and it's TikTok vertical content. The live opportunity, the opportunity to go live on TikTok is probably as profitable as super chat wise and whatever, or can be on TikTok as it is on YouTube.
I think you said it. Those TikTok funds, those YouTube Shorts funds. I don't want to call them a lie. It's like Amazon Smile. Everybody knows Amazon, right? Everyone's they click that button to go on Smile. They give 1/2 of one. What's that?
I was just we're good.
They give 1/2 of 1%. Mm-hmm. You have to spend how much money on Amazon to have that check go to the United Way of whatever town you live in? It's a scam. It's a scam. And I think TikTok
I think that it's I honestly can't speak to it other than anecdotally from other people who are like, I can't believe that I'll have 2.8 million views in a month and only get X.
Thank you, baby. The thought process. Okay, so you are perfect for this. You've put in your time on YouTube. You've put in your time on TikTok. Way more time on YouTube than TikTok, but you would know. If you could only do one and you wanted to get more followers, you'd pick TikTok. If you wanted more dollars, you'd pick YouTube. Tell me I'm wrong.
If I was to pick more dollars, I'd pick Twitch.
Well, I'm just picking those two.
Between those two, I mean, YouTube probably pays out more. But
I know people who've got TikTok followings that are significant that have never gotten a check.
Yeah, well, you're also looking at the fact that you're not wrong, and I'm with you, and I'm basically arguing just for the sake of arguing, Jeff, because we're going to be on the opposite point.
It makes for a good show.
Exactly, but like I get it. I can't speak to it 100%, but I can't answer the would I only go with one thing, because I have been so indoctrinated / have seen results that from a, I don't want to say from a number standpoint, because yeah, that's important, but it's not, it's not everything. From a brand standpoint, being everywhere matters, because there are people that follow me on Instagram that don't follow us on YouTube.
Quite a few for me. And
you know what? If I don't put stuff on Instagram, they're never going to see us.
Yeah.
So I hate answering that question. And the old Gary Vee adage of you go where the attention is. The attention's on TikTok right now. It's on YouTube Shorts right now. It's on Instagram Reels right now. It's not on long form content. And it's really funny when people come at you and say, well, there's always going to be long form content. Excuse my French, no shit.
And well, I agree with that.
There is. Sorry, Jeff. I should have.
It's what time is it? It's late.
It's late. We're after.
What time? I don't even know what time. I can't even
it's
see my clock.
Yeah.
Why is there no clock on my computer? What's going on?
Because Windows 11 sucks and it doesn't put it on every screen.
Well, no, I'm on a Mac laptop. I don't know what. I don't know.
That'll do it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'll shut up. Go.
No, I don't know how to spell Mac. I'm dying here trying to learn stuff. I can't find my freaking camera.
No, but I of course there is. You can't argue the fact that you just covered up half of my face. Like I'm like, where'd I go? Like, because I thought you wanted me to read something. But like, of course there's always going to be long form content. Of course there's always going to be short term content. And you know what? It may be on. Well, frankly, it's going to be on something on the blockchain. It's not going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, I agree with that. I guess where I'm at.
I'm with you. I know what you're saying, and I get that. Like, it's venturing into something completely different that you have to do. But I will tell you this, Jeff. You posted 6 things on Instagram today. If you took the video that you posted of Dave's coming on the show later today and put it on TikTok, it's the same. It's the same video. You did nothing else. You posted it on another platform, and that's it. And if you did that with all of your conversations
and with
about
the intent
whatever,
to bring somebody over here, I see value in that.
But why is that the intent?
Well, what
the
is
intent's for Dole Whip Dad to be Dole Whip Dad?
Well, but if I'm promoting a show with Dave, it's the
I know, I get that.
The intent is to bring people to come meet Dave. But
that was probably a really crappy example.
But I hear what you're saying. I just think that I've heard so many people who were excited about a vanity number. Come on, I want 10,000 subscribers. I want 100,000. I want the big numbers.
Yeah.
But I think that I remember when Facebook was big and oh man, I got 20,000. Who cares if you're not providing value to them or they're not providing value to you? Mm-hmm. It's totally, I mean, does my butt look big in these pants? Nobody cares, right?
Well,
hey, Blaine,
I will say them providing value to you shouldn't matter about your content.
Well, but I mean, because the return on investment part of it, I mean,
no, I get your return on investment, but like,
I mean, it's got to have one or the other, or why are we doing it? I mean, it's just, if a tree falls in the forest, there's nobody there. I mean, who cares?
That's fair.
All right, this is Dave. Dave Daily over on Twitch. Brandy and Dave over on YouTube.
We had more questions.
Well, I have a few. Yeah, let's hit them. Okay. Not gonna lie, I want to monetize again. Second channel. So Ken's got a beard channel. So
I like it.
You know there was such a thing? There's a beard channel.
I believe there's a thing for everything.
He's big in the beard world too. So where'd it go? It went away. Anyway, he's got a new channel. It's Ken, the content coach. I consider him a good friend now. I really love his content. He's growing that channel. And he says later, and here it is, it can also lead to brand deals. Creator fund is nothing as the opportunities it brings. So I got not early on, I don't know when, who cares? I became a sponsor for one of my favorite live streamers, They go to the Disney parks every Friday. They're great people. I like them personally. We're talking about Josh and Jenna from Resort TV One. They had ads that played on their channel.
Yep.
And I, for a while, wrote them a check once a month, and they would shout me out on the channel, and I would be in the chat. I found it a very positive play for me. I like the creator economy. I like supporting creators I like. I'm more apt to buy a sweatshirt. Well, that's a bad example. This one's blank. I'm more apt to wear the Brandy and Dave sweatshirt than a blank sweatshirt, although tonight I'm not. But I just like that kind of thing. And so I did that for a while, and it gave me value. Of course, it gave them value. I was writing them a freaking check. There's value in that, right? So I enjoyed that very much. And you get a little notice in the channel, and people I had content that I thought would be enjoyable to their audience. So it was a win-win for me. And I think it did well for my channel. I don't know. I don't have any data on it, but I was proud to do it. Then my show DizTube and this show Creator Talk Live, I used to, and I will again. I sold some ads, and I had a couple, 2 or 3 different sponsors, and I would shout them out, their show, or they're this or they're that. I got more money not trying to do that very hard. 2 or 3 sponsors for about a year or so when I was giving that a shot.
Right.
I made more there financially than any ad revenue or member revenue or any of it. I mean, it's so to Ken's point. I mean, Ken, I'll sponsor you today. I like your content, right? And I just think what I'm trying to say is, if money's the play, and it's not, although I won't speak for you, but I'll speak for me. It's sure nice when it comes. I put it to good use. Your time,
but
I mean, I'm going to take my kids to Disney. I buy stock with it. We can talk about that a lot, but if the goal is money, then go get it, because you can get it. You don't need 1,000 or 4,000, any freaking thing.
Yep.
Like I don't have interest in TikTok, but I bet if I said to Dave offline, hey, I'll give you $50 a month to shout me out on 5 of your TikToks, I bet you say yes. I don't know. I'm not asking. Maybe that's a bad example, but it's not hard.
Yeah, I'll send you the bill. Hold on.
It's not hard to create positive for both sides kind of situations like that. Am I crazy?
It's doing sponsored posts, doing what the heck? They're
influencer.
No, what what the hell do they call them? Hosted stuff, right?
Sure,
like
sure.
Hashtag whatever, right? So
I get reached out to by people I've never heard of more than I should.
Right. Yeah, I do too. Like, here, we think that you have a dog, so you should maybe sell these treats.
I got hit with the dog thing Thursday.
Yeah, I think mine was early in the week, but yeah.
Maybe it's the same people.
Probably. But like, cool. I mean, there's obviously room for you're going to make more money getting sponsors than anything. And
totally.
Yep, albums, merch, crafts. Yep, exactly. Well, that's the thing. From your standpoint, Pearl, you have an actual physical thing you can sell. With Brandy's, I know it's not boutique. Physical, they download it, but whatever. But Brandy's boutique, physical stuff you can sell. I got nothing to sell except for myself.
Well, but okay, so I work with kids. I said that earlier.
I didn't mean it that way. I meant it.
How much? No, I'm just kidding. I think that. So I work with kids.
I mean, a decent proposal money. Let's go.
Oh, I love that movie. I like Demi Moore. Yes. Anyway,
that's a '90s reference.
I know, right?
I'm old alive.
I might be getting rid. I like me some Demi Moore. I work with kids, and they know I have a YouTube channel. I get asked, I bet once a month. I meet with the kids on Fridays generally. Once a month, they say, "Do you have merch?" So they want to know. Like it's. I don't know. I guess in the young, I'm talking about junior high kids now in high school.
Zombie camp hoodies are available.
There you go. There you go. I bet you guys have done well with some of your stuff. Now that you mentioned that, is that what you're wearing, by the way?
Yeah.
Little promo time. How do you get a zombie camp? Wait a minute. What is zombie camp?
That's my camp. Never heard this? You haven't heard the zombie camp thing?
I know what it is. There's people in chat. What?
Oh yeah. So D&T. We do our. Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
It's not that late.
I know. So D&T have a camp. We have a family camp. We do a retreat at least once a year. It's our business meeting, our stated business meeting. And the first time Shep ever pulled into the place, he jumped out and goes, "Whoa, this is like the zombie apocalypse." I'm like,
I didn't know that.
Thanks.
Story.
That's the story.
Yeah.
So we started calling it Zombie Camp. And so Trip P made the logo. We put it out, put it on a spreadshirt.
I thought it was because of consumption and
No.
I thought it was something else.
It's 100% because Shep thought it was Zombie Camp. There's a bar about 10 minutes away that has wings, and they're referred to as zombie wings. I don't even know if the guys that come up know what the bar is called, to be honest.
And the whole reason to ask that question was to get to this follow-up.
I know.
If I wanted a Zombie Camp t-shirt or sweatshirt or whatever the heck you're wearing,
D&T
where would I go?
Spreadshirt. Spreadshirt.com/whatever D&T is. I don't know. I'd have to.
I love that I put that on a tee for you and swung and missed.
Yeah. Dude. It's late, and I'll tell you what, I am really bad at self-promo. Always have been.
Because?
I'm
asking. Because? Why?
I want to get to the crux of it. I don't think anything I do is worth people spending money on. But like, that's not a true thought. It's a complete dichotomy because I know there's value there, but I don't know.
You just lied to everybody. I know you.
But it's been 4 years since we've been doing this, and honestly, going back almost 10, talking podcasts about or on podcasts about Disney. It wasn't anything other than just for fun. I don't think I've earned it yet.
Okay, I'm calling BS. And
okay.
You're not the kind of person that I think I need to give those pep talk to, but here it comes anyway.
Okay.
You provide an hour to 2 hours worth of fun.
Yes.
For low end 60, high end 200. Am I right? I don't know.
Roughly.
People every freaking Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shut up with your.
I'm not discounting that. And there's so many people that have supported us forever across all channels and love you all. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm still here trying to learn and get better and get to a point where I'm still bringing you value.
You know, Ken, the content creator, and I, separate shows, have both done things about imposter syndrome. And I hope that anybody who's in the chat, I hope anybody who's in chat who's wishing they were at Dave's level can hear what he just said, because it'll never go away. You know who I know has imposter syndrome? Mr. Beast, the least likely imposter
to ever have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So to that point,
hold on. I'm going to say to
all right.
Get over yourself.
Oh, I know.
You're going to have fans. Your biggest fan is someone who you've never met and you probably never will. Mm-hmm. And your biggest hater is probably sitting down for a meal with you at Thanksgiving. You're welcome. Go ahead, Dave.
I like that. No. I'm with you. And I've gone through this a lot with a lot of other the long story. If we start getting into mental health, we can talk.
Well,
but for real, right? Like, I never think I'm worth it. I think I can always do better. But that's the drive.
Oh my gosh, those are so
But that's the drive. You know
those
that.
Are so separate, those two things.
I know.
Oh,
I'm with you. No, don't look, Jeff. I'm here. I get it. I'm just saying that there's always more to do. And here's my example. Gaming community. There are people that I became friends with that it was giddy, right? You remember those days.
Yes.
Giddy to meet someone, right? Became friends with those people. Those people were giddy to get to hang out and stream with people. Like, I'm giddy to hang out and stream on someone's stream that has 100 channels or 100 people watching, right?
Yeah.
Then they're giddy to be able to stream with someone who's 500 all the time. And it just keeps going up. And it is insane to see.
Never stop. I mean, Ken just said it.
But you see,
I'm interrupting. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're good. Straight up and positive. I get it. No, I know.
So Ken says, and he's right, and I'm going to have a hot take on this that is probably going to piss off some people. Albert Einstein and Maya Angelou had imposter syndrome. Here's a Jeffism, and I'm right. Get ready to be mad at me, people. Albert Einstein and Maya Angelou are more correct in their thought that they're imposters than Jeff or Dave ever could be. Here's why. Albert Einstein generally thought of as one of the smartest scientists ever. What he did was overvalued. Maya Angelou, what she did was overvalued. I don't say that wasn't wonderful for either one of them. It's just because it hit the masses. And here's what I do want to say, and I don't want to sound like some crazy nonprofit executive, but I guess I am. You're not broken. I'm talking to Dave. I'm talking to everybody. You're enough. Stop thinking, oh, I can't because
I get it.
The because that you can't is you.
Just do it. Look, Jeff, I don't disagree with you. And this is literally a conversation that Brandy and I have had recently about stuff like this, because it's not just in this facet. And you have to get to the point, and I'm smart enough to know this. You have to get to a point that someone put that in your head. It wasn't me. So working through that individually is important, right?
Yes.
And in this community, there's a lot of that.
Yes,
there really is. And I don't think it's just, and I say in this community, it's kind of all over the place. A lot of people think.
How do you juxtapose your thought that you have, whatever, I'll let you define it, I won't say it. And I mean, I've been with you. I've stood in, I mean, we haven't been together physically, but 2 days in our lives, I think. But
yeah,
I've been in the lobby where people were excited to meet freaking Dave.
Yeah, I understand that.
Well, they're not wrong.
It's crazy.
It is, but it's
fantastic. I mean, first of all, it's humbling. And on that note, always come say hi. If you see me in the park, say hi, please. Please say hello.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's not like I'm in the parks all the time.
I would love to get to the point where I had to tell people, no, it's too much today. I can't. I mean,
I don't. I would never do that.
Well, you would if you were like, I mean,
I wouldn't.
Barack or Trump or
nope.
Bono. Oh, come on. At some point, you got to go home.
Listen, the 3 people you named,
everybody,
half of America hates them.
Well, but everyone knows their faces was my point. I picked them. And when I said Barack, I had to go the other side just to not piss somebody off, right?
Yeah.
I went, oh, I said one, I better say the other.
Yeah.
But like, Pearl, I really appreciate you saying that. And you've said that to me before, and it means a lot to me. And I'm glad I got through to you. But I am passionate about that. Like, I hate it when people think they can't, because everyone thinks they can't. And you're right. I don't know why people put it in their head.
Negativity is what made this species actually exist.
Oh,
being able to say no, being able to self-regulate. That's the reason we've gone as far as we have.
We're not good at judging how other people look at us.
It's easy to say no. We're not good at, well, that considered a lot of social constructs. I mean, we're diving into some serious stuff here.
I blame you.
I blame me as well.
Dave, just because you haven't met, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was gonna read the same one. Go for it.
Dave, just because you haven't met certain goals you want to meet yet, to the ones you have helped or brought value to, you have met everything. Well said, Ken.
Dude, I agree, Ken. This is the you may just be, wait, what is it? Darn it. To everyone, you may just be someone, but to someone, you may be everything. Something along those lines. I forget. I think there's an actual quote, but no. I get it, right? Like,
and especially on this medium, right? Like, we get a chance to, I mean, we can read chat, but I can't receive as much from Pearl or from Ken or from, Mar in the chat, right? As we're putting out there. So it's
right.
I don't know. It's kind of an unfair balance.
No, but like, you have Cheer to Watch It, Dave. Who's that? Yeah, right. No, but like we were at World of Disney when we were in there in November, and G. Wilson and his family popped up and said hi, and it was that. I mean, it was cool. It was great to meet them. There are people that have been in the chat all the time. It's fantastic. So I get with Ryan McDowell, Rye Guy. They were 6 cars behind us on Spaceship Earth. First time we met them. They had seen us on Resort TV 1 2 nights prior.
That's awesome.
We were hanging out, and he pops up, says hi. I ran to get the stroller, and I come back, and Brandy's talking to a couple, and Ryan's no small dude. He's a tall dude. And I'm like, well, we just started talking and whatever. And now Ryan and I talk a lot.
Isn't that neat? I
Not
love
nearly
that.
as much as we should because I'm a turd. I know he's not in here, but I should probably text him more often.
He's not in here. What the heck, Ryan?
I know it's late.
See, that should be. I'll be my short tomorrow.
Yeah,
Ryan,
no,
where are you?
exactly. No. All right. So we've gone off the rails as we always do whenever I'm involved.
I don't think it's possible to go off the rails. I think having a good conversation with
fair.
somebody that we're passionate about stuff, I think that's valuable. I'm having, if we aren't providing value to the viewers, I'm getting value. And I think we are providing value
That's
to
fair.
the viewers.
Yep. No,
I think what I'd like to end up with is, I don't know how long you started. You started before me, I think. Pretty sure. Doesn't matter. You've got many years of purposefully learning the craft and creating stuff. What advice would you give to somebody in chat who either is brand new at this or is afraid to post their first thing or just started and wants to get to 100 subscribers or whatever? Somebody early on, what advice would you give them? What would you not do that you did? What would you do that you did? Anything like that?
Oh, that's a lot. I would not do a lot of things that I did. Don't do
Really?
follow for follow. If you do follow for follow,
Yeah, we all. I mean, I don't feel like I ever did that, but as I look back,
we did on Instagram.
Did, right?
We did on Instagram, and it was a pile.
I think that what people don't understand about that is you don't want that for reasons that you don't understand. I think
Jeanette soon.
You're going to get people who aren't watching, and that hurts the algorithm. That hurts your algorithm. It teaches YouTube that people who even your subscribers aren't watching you. That's the worst possible. It ruins channels. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's one. That's a pile. So don't do that. The biggest thing is find something that you're passionate about, make a video about it, and post it.
Amen.
And post on every single platform that you possibly can. And even if you don't think that you like something, you don't like Instagram, you don't like TikTok, you don't like whatever, you don't think that vertical and short form content is the long-term play. It might not be, but it's where attention is right now. And that's the big thing, is that if you want to practice this, get better at it, you need to do more than one video a week. And even if it's short term, from a practice standpoint, you have the capacity to see what works, see what doesn't work, and hone your skill and be able to talk like these two yahoos do. Back, like for real. The only reason I'm reasonable with this is that I started podcasting a long time ago, before podcasting was all the rage, which it is now. But just so you know, podcasting was all the rage in 2010 as well.
Well, it's different, but yeah, you're right.
It wasn't though. Say, you understand that I learned most of my Disney stuff from listening to podcasts.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
That's it.
Your
favorite
favorite Disney creators when I first got to know you were a bunch of names I didn't know because they were podcasters.
Yeah. Yep. Len Testa, still to this day, touring plans.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't know who that is, but I know touring plans. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's neat. So, and what would you say to the other side of it? Somebody that's been doing it for a while, but maybe getting a little burnt out or not seeing the results they want or whatever.
So burned out or not seeing the results they want, because I can talk specifically to not seeing the results that you want. It's
well, we all can, right? But
no. I mean, honestly, for the last 2 years we haven't, and it's because we've neglected a channel. And how do you restart a channel, right? And I don't have all the answers yet, but I'll tell you the number one thing to do is make content and be consistent.
Sean Cannell says it. Just press play. Just press play.
Well, I love that, but I go with the Gary V example of this. Listen, everyone wants something quick. Let's take dieting. I can tell you right now what you have to do to lose weight. You have to eat less, and you have to work out every day,
couch.
all the time, and eventually.
I'm hearing my mom's voice coming out of your mouth. What's going on here?
What's that?
I'm hearing my mom's voice coming out of your mouth.
But like for real, eat less, work out. Those are the two things you have to do. For this, create content and do it all the time. Do it consistently and do it across everything to the best of your ability. Because yes, it is 100% taxing.
It is.
To attempt to say, I'm going to... Jeff, you remember in 2019, we were ready to rock and roll. Was it 2019 or 2020? Was it right before COVID?
End of 2019 was COVID, so yeah.
No. But there was a January when I was doing the Gary V challenge, trying to put out 60 pieces of content a day. Was that 19 or 20?
Maybe it was 19.
I think it was right before COVID.
I think it was
20.
I'm not sure. But yes, I know.
But
I know
my point is that was several years ago when I came on and said the same damn thing, and I didn't do it. I should have.
But that's the thing, like that, when you were talking about that diet thing, it really struck me. Like everybody knows how to lose weight. You said it. You said it very eloquently. Yeah. But what's the best selling kind of book every year? How to lose weight. Like what are you reading? For, how many pages do you need? You just said it. We're done. Move on. I should write a book. How to lose weight. I didn't do it. This is what you should do. Boom.
I like Destination Timeshares. No, better to make 12 videos in a month than one video a month for 12 months. Yep, 100%.
Better to make 12 videos in a month than one video a month for 12 months. Yeah, because it only took you 1 month. You got those 11 months. Is that what we're saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can do that every month.
Yeah. Panther City says, got to keep feeding the monster. I think that, I'm a big Jared Leto fan. Make fun if you want. I'm a big Jared Leto fan. The music. Do you? Yeah, the music. I think
love 30 Seconds.
30 Seconds to Mars is awesome. I've seen him. I can't wait to see him again. I love them. He's got 100
songs. You seen him live? Is it good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great show.
Better. Way better than the albums. And I love the albums.
Yeah, Leto's great.
Great show. Great. Well, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that's live. You can check it out. Anyway,
I will.
He talks about, he's got 100 songs in the bank right now. So that's, what is that? 8 albums probably if he wants. But he talks about this, and I think we should take this on as creators on YouTube. It's done when it's done. Like if you were to ask him, if I were to ask him, what's that song about? When he was writing it, it had something that created him to write it. But now it's ours. Now it's the listeners. Now it's the viewers. When I create a video, like those jokes that I'm telling, people laugh at stuff on my stuff, and I get good comments now and then. That's nice. But I can tell you, I get 10x the times that I think it's funny and nobody says a word about it. So, it's really up to the viewer. And I think we should just let it go. Sorry for the song reference. Move on to the next freaking thing.
Yep. Well, it's literally, don't expect this to go. Don't expect this to blow up, because the people that blow up immediately, one of two things happen. Either it's a 100% God's honest fluke, or you didn't see the 10 years of work they put in to get there.
Yes.
And it didn't have to be on the platform that he's on. And it doesn't have to be the topic that it is. But you know what? Go ahead.
Mr. Beast. How many videos did he put out that nobody saw? Hundreds.
Tim Tracker had been doing it for a decade before he got really big.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't get that. Out of the woo. Been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And that's in this. That's not that's
Marcus Brownlee. He does you know him? He does tech stuff. Okay. So he's one of my favorite tech people. He's awesome. He's interviewed Elon Musk. He's the top of the top of the top. It took him 100 uploads, 100 videos, when they were all long form, by the way, none of these short things, to get to 100 subscribers.
Yep.
Think about that. Is it worth it? Like, I'm, Arrogant Jeff's going to come out a little bit here. I'm always, hey, DDD, I'm always proudest about my upload number. And I hear people say, oh man, you've got so many uploads and you only have that many subscribers. I hear that a lot. Not a lot. I hear that sometimes. I'm proud of how many uploads, because videos. That's the only thing I can control. I can't control you hitting subscribe. I can't control you becoming a member. I can't control you sending me a super chat. I can't control you watching my video. I can't control any of it except for my upload frequency and quality. I'm getting better. It's the only thing I have control over. I mean, I'm a big believer in Michael Jordan. Look, I worked with kids for a long time. I'll tell one more quick analogy, and then I'll ask you some questions and we'll close it up. Hey, Nicole, Howard, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're new here, thanks everybody. Please subscribe. Also check out Dave. Subscribe to his stuff. Okay, I work with kids. I used to be the gym guy at a Boys and Girls Club. So I was the guy who rolled out the basketballs and volleyballs, and I would watch kids go and have a blast and have fun and become lifelong lovers of volleyball or whatever. But I also watch too often little Jimmy or little Julie walk over there in the corner, hoping no one's watching, take 3 shots, miss all 3, and never pick up the ball again because he or she's afraid to be freaking judged. Just take your shot. Michael Jordan missed more shots than anybody ever. Babe Ruth struck out more than anybody ever. It's about uploads. It is.
Well, that's like the Mary Lemieux stat where people were saying that like it was like 20% of his goals were empty nets. It wasn't that high, but it was something ridiculous. It's like, doesn't matter.
Again, Right?
They all count.
I mean, he still has more than everyone else who's on the floor.
Well, he doesn't, but Gretzky does. But anywho,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jeff and Dave, I really appreciate all the great info tonight, says Casey. So many answers you don't ask or don't know who to ask that I got answered. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Just being sarcastic, blah, 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 blah. Raise his hand. I was little Julie for most of my life. Yeah, I mean, and I've got a heart. Look, I've got a heart for those kids who are worried about being judged all day. But my job in life is to smack it out of them. And stop. You're doing the judging. You do more judging. And I'm not trying to yell at you, Pearl. I'm yelling at everyone in general. You do more judging of you than the whole freaking world could do in their whole lifetime. We all do it. So cut it out. Dave, I'm going to let you talk about anything you want here. What do you want to promote? What shows you got come up? And then I got some stuff I want to talk about that are coming up on my channel and some friends' channels. And then we'll say goodnight.
Yep. D&T Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on This and That, the YouTube channel. We have one. You should go check it out. I would be remiss to not talk about Brandy's Boutique. It's Bjux Boutique on Facebook. You can go to the app store and download the Bjux Boutique app, BJUX Boutique, on either Apple or Google Play. Yeah, Google, whatever.
Google Play. Yeah. Google Play.
Yeah. One of them. So check that out. Brandy and I go live every Tuesday night, usually 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it's early. Excuse me, but that's when it works. So that's what we're doing now. Dropping shorts every day. I got to get back into long form. I missed a couple weeks just because of life. But we will get back there.
I did think of you. Like you've done some pretty fun cooking shows that I've watched at your house, and you guys have laughs. My wife recently did.
We got to get back into that.
Those are fun. And Brandy, best laugh in all of YouTube world. If you don't know her, go check it out. I love her for that. What was I gonna say? Oh, my wife just did one of those home. I don't know what I'm talking about. One of those parties where it's what the heck is it called? Pampered Chef. And she got an air fryer and all kinds of stuff that I don't know how to use. And I'm gonna probably have to reach out to you. Question in the chat. Where did it go? Somebody asked about the boutique, BJUX.
Brandy's Boutique, exactly. So, Ken, it is a women's clothing boutique that online boutique. She sells all kinds of women's clothing. It's not
in the description right now, but I'll try to add the links. We're done. I'll try to add those links.
Yeah, it's a closed group on Facebook. There's something else on Facebook. That's a whole conversation in and of itself. A boatload of people went to that during COVID. But yeah, she gets clothing in. She sells it, does live streams talking about it, and
now they're kind of early in the day, right? Because I think they end before I get home. Well, I mean, sometimes I'm home.
Hers?
The show that you guys do together. What time is that again?
It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays.
Yeah. The Eastern time thing is the hard part. What else?
I think that's it. I mean, if you want to watch me play games badly and swear at them, you can go to the Dave Daily.
Swear. You mentioned the cussing a lot.
I'm being honest. I mean, it's
without saying it. What's your curse word of choice?
Probably the F word.
You
probably shouldn't be.
You looked embarrassed when you said it. Yeah, right, Ken?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I think I am, but I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I understand people's feelings in this community. But
about cussing? Okay.
Yeah. But as Popeye once said, I am what I am.
So I've said this before. I'll say it again. I work with kids.
Right.
So I try very, very, very hard.
Right.
I usually succeed, but I've slipped before.
Mm-hmm.
It's made me as someone who doesn't want to do that in my regular life. It's made me better in regular life.
Right.
I'll leave it there.
That's fantastic.
Next Sunday, Ken, the content coach, he's in the chat right now. He'll be my guest. I go at 10 o'clock my time, usually 11 o'clock Eastern time. I've done that for multiple reasons. Now, the biggest reason I do that is because I've got a bunch of friends who go before and I don't want to step on them. But today we stepped on a couple of friends, including Kelly from the Mickey Bunch and some others. So if I can keep you for a minute, I'd probably be my question.
Yeah, I'm good.
Afterwards. I got to get out of my own head on that because 10 o'clock is too late for people because it's 11 o'clock.
I'll help you.
Anyway, and then Thursday night over on Pete, are you still here?
That is a heck of a beard, Ken. Holy heck.
Right? Yep. Anyway, Pete McDevitt on the Pete McDevitt Show on Thursday nights. We do Inside the Huddle. We'll probably bring on this lunatic to talk about.
I might be there eventually.
I mean, he's a Steeler guy, so we got enough of those, so maybe not. But anyway, we talk football on Thursday nights, even in the off season. And I'm going to go the hour afterwards. It's about an hour and a half show. And then I go an hour and I talk about other sports including football. Check that out. I go live. I'm trying to go on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. I haven't been so consistent on that. Blah, blah, blah. But next this Thursday coming up, Inside the Huddle over on Pete McDevitt's channel. Check that out. Here on this channel, Ken, the content coach, at 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Pete's got, this is a cool one. Pete has, we talked about cookbooks. Her name is Kimberly Bouchard. I hope I'm saying that right. She does a bunch of Disney cookbooks. She is his guest this Tuesday. My kitchen looks like Disney. Sorry. You can blame my wife, but it's really me. My kitchen's very Disney-y. I don't cook a lot. I eat more than I cook, but we've got our fair share of Disney cookbooks. And there's Remy in there and all that crap. This is going to be one for me, and maybe it'll be one for you. Tuesday night, Kimberly Bouchard, Disney cookbook lady over on Pete's channel. Check that out. Am I missing one? Inside the Huddle, Ken. I think if I missed one, sorry, everybody. And if you like beards, apparently there's Beard Talk over on Ken's channel. I can't keep this freaking thing straight. How can I just do it where I'm going to shave the freaking thing off because I can't keep it straight? Is there magic, or do I just need to wake up before I shave?
I'm not allowed to grow a beard.
What is that? I'm not allowed to shave it off. They yell at me every time I do.
Yeah, Brandy yells at me every time I start to grow one.
Oh, we need.
I grew a beard once in the last 5 years, and it was during duck season. And I liked it. I thought it worked, but Brandy hated it. So
my family is the exact opposite. If I go downstairs and I've shaved this, they don't talk to me, which I really should probably, embrace a little more.
Yeah, no, that's actually really funny. I worked with a guy who, when his daughter was young, he had always had a mustache, and when she was like 4, he shaved it off, and she wouldn't talk to him until he grew it back.
Yeah, one time that she cried. One of my kids cried.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with that. Here, hold on. I think I can find it here.
Annie Coogan House. What's going on, Annie? So, guys,
hi, Annie.
My wife would likely kill me if I shaved mine. It's weird. It just depends. Happy wife, happy life. Do what they say, right? It is what it is. All right, guys. If you don't know, this is a good guy right here. Go check out Dave's channel. Channel.
Hi.
Check him out. Check out Brandy's stuff. Give him some love. Don't forget Pete's show on Thursday night. I'll be there on Thursday night. Tuesday night, she's got Kimberly Bouchard. Next Sunday, Ken, the content coach, will be my guest here. I think that's it. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle. Last thing from you, anything, Mr. Daly?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Nike's right about everything. Just FYI.
Boy, we're
just do it.
Argument about that one, but not right now. Thank you,
guys.
I hate Nike.
From a slogan standpoint, just do it.
I mean, I like that a lot. Guys, I appreciate the nice comments. Thank you to my members. Thank you to my if you're brand new tonight, I love you. If you've been here for the whole time, I love you. Even if, you're one of my exes or something.
Even if you're one, it
is what it is. Guys, thanks so much, because I had somebody from my high school in here tonight. That kind of made me. All right, I'm going to go. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. See ya. Bye for now.